Hello there.
I thought to myself today, you know what, we can squeeze in one more Sopranos reaction. We already did 2, and then we edited 2, so off camera I edited 2 episodes, uploaded 2 episodes, recorded 2 episodes. Like, we can do a third, baby, we can do a third. What's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 23-year-old law and film student of Sydney, Australia, absolutely shooting a shot, and today we are going to be reacting to the Sopranos episode 6 of season 5, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 5 was an absolute banger with disastrous consequences for the future of the show, in my opinion. This one is titled Sentimental Education. Let's get into the reaction. There's some fun with this thing. Let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm gonna continue to laugh. I don't care. It's just the vibes, baby. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. We're always smiling. We're always smiling. Let's go. I just find that I love the ending of the intro with Tony, you know, having that facial expression and, you know, driving up the driveway and going out of the car. It's like, what shit is the household gonna cook up today? Like, what shit am I in for? Like, I feel like he's had a bad day at the Bada Bing, pulling up to the driveway. It can't get any worse at home, can it? But it does. And he's not even at home at the moment, but he's still driving up that driveway every day to check up on Carmela, give her allowance. Like, I feel like that tells a story in itself, him driving up the driveway. And just like the facial expression of himself is like, man, I can see why he has that facial expression going home, or like what he may have experienced that day. You know what I mean? Oh. Ah. Hustled clean. Oh man, Kim ain't gonna be too happy he lost the truck.
I didn't take your truck. I lost my study guide, my fucking flashcards. Sick of this fucking prejudice against ex-cons.
I never hire you if I don't need Tony Soprano for union. Not for him. I show you the fucking window.
Fucking window. Yo.
Great.
Tony B seems to be on a straight path at the moment. But he might hit a detour, you never know. He might get back in the game. He might call it quits, you never know.
I told you, write it down. I'll have to go pick up whatever you want.
I feel like
the difference between fruit roll-ups and Pop-Tarts.
I just feel like Steve Buscemi is too big of an actor, and how much involvement he has in this show to like not be a main character in the final 2 seasons, if that makes sense. I know I could be predicting too early here, but I just feel like with Feach gone as well in the can, I just feel like he's going to want to get involved somehow. I feel like he's going to be like, stuff this straight shit. I'm sick of it. Let's go hell for leather. Let's get back in the game and things like, I don't know. But like, I feel like he's been on a straight path at the moment. Yeah, he's made a few stops along that path to play a couple guard games with the boys, visit the Bada Bing. But he's on a straight path. He's on the straight road. But unfortunately, you never know. The game's the game.
Idiot to you. You know, they got these places called supermarkets where you go and you buy the things that you like. I'll reimburse you.
When am I supposed to do that?
Well, as far as I can tell, you spend most of your time on the phone or sitting on the couch perfecting that pissy look on your face.
Dad coming home drunk sounds like you.
What the fuck did you say to me?
What the fuck on me?
For what? For what?
One of these days, you wait. I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
No, you
What's wrong
won't.
with right now, then?
No, you won't.
What's wrong with right now? Come on!
This ain't the father-son you relationship you want, man. Ungrateful piece of shit.
Now you got nothing.
This kid's, he needs a right humbling, but like, he doesn't seem to learn from whatever humbling he gets.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
Oh,
hate it
I
anyway,
see.
But I got this midterm report from Mr. Fisk.
Don't think I don't see what she's doing here with the the push-up bra, the breath. Come on, man.
Teacher. And, well, it doesn't hit the mail for a few days, and I thought maybe we could get a jump on it and avert any real crisis.
Wonderful. Another crisis.
He's still well below the C average he needs for the colleges we discussed. There is also an issue with his 5-paragraph essay.
Animal Farm?
Oh, that's a great book.
Anthony submitted his one-line topic late, then 2 drafts. The first was apparently sketchy. The second, Fisk said, was suspiciously cogent. Plagiarism.
He thinks my son cheated?
Not the first time.
He spent almost an entire Saturday afternoon at the library.
Him and his boy got 97% each, remember?
Nothing will make a better argument than continued effort on AJ's part. But hey, there's still a shot. The semester's grade is heavily weighted on their term paper on Lord of the Flies.
My stomach is in knots.
That's why I thought it important that you come in.
No.
Take me about an hour to decide what to wear.
He couldn't phone call this, huh?
Does that mean you've thought about my dinner offer?
Oh, he already offered it.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I have thought about nothing else since you called.
You know what?
We can't do justice to any discussion of Madame Bovary over the phone.
Hey, they're both free agents.
That's
They
the
can
thing,
do whatever they
it's
want.
Way over my head.
Listen, it is what it is. It is what it
Who
is.
wouldn't be interested in someone like me?
Because of just that. I mean, who admits this stuff? Not only are you very attractive, you're unpretentious. You say what's on your mind.
So I'm a big mouth. I see how that would attract a man like you.
So, should we grab a meal or not?
Well, there are other things to think about. My husband, for one.
Well, your husband's going to have to get used to the idea that your life is moving on.
But yeah,
I'm not worried about my life.
they ain't divorced yet, too.
Oh. Going to break his son's teacher's legs?
Oh, he
Not to
will.
mention how that would play in the admissions office at Arizona State.
He'll do worse. He'll do worse. Carmela knows what he's capable of.
Honey, aren't you gonna eat something? Janice made lasagna. It's not so great, but you need something on your stomach. We're gonna go. Gotta stop at my mother's.
Gwen just told us how you met. They let you use the internet in a can?
They let you post an ad.
I gotta read some of that shit. I bet it's hysterical.
He's, trying to concentrate.
Some people don't realize what massage involves. I'm practically doing 2 years of medical school on my own right now.
One thing I learned in recovery, other people's definitions of you, sometimes they're more about making themselves feel better. You gotta define yourself. Keep your eye on the tiger, man.
Yo, Chris with some inspirational quote.
See you, Tom.
Okay. Okay.
I suppose I could speak with Monsignor Bava, have him call his nephew at Kmart.
That'll fix us in the Huggies department.
Well, the diaper drive covers Clothe the Naked. What do you say we work on Feed the Hungry?
Ah, this looks delicious.
Thanks for inviting me, Carm. Pleasant surprise indeed. So,
Yo,
how goes life these days?
is
Actually,
she gonna talk to him about
I
like?
think I met somebody.
Yeah,
Really?
Especially to father in Tentola, really.
We had been working on this project together, and suddenly we both realized that there were certain feelings.
The project is my son.
Now, I like him as a person, too, of course, don't get me wrong. The funny thing is, I was sure he was gay. He sort of reminded me of you. Yeah, he's intellectual. You know what I mean?
The theme of
Anyway,
father in
we've been
Tentola
friends,
each
I
season
guess,
is
and
facial hair.
Then
Or no
he
facial hair.
called to ask me out, and suddenly all the formality dropped away. When I saw him the other day, he looked at me with this intensity. Now, I know it's wrong, but the truth is, I feel it too.
You know, if you really want to discuss this, I think we should include Tony in the conversation as well.
Why are you sounding, I don't know, kind of hostile?
I'm not. Perhaps that's your sin talking.
This is none of Tony's business. Who knows what he's been up to, and not just during the separation either.
That doesn't change the fact that you made a commitment to each other before God.
Oh, so when we're talking about our feelings in season 1, it was different, huh? I see how the mood's changed. I see how when it's about another man, Debbie. I see.
Send the papal nuncio to Tony and remind him of that. Why am I the only one held to any kind of standards? And for that matter, if this is wrong, why did God put this man in my life?
Is it God that put him there?
Or Satan?
Or is there a particular need you have right now?
Whoa,
I
whoa.
never understand this. Didn't he put the need there?
Yo, father's tone has changed completely.
Say when, senor.
Senor! My guy!
You, Obis.
5:15. I haven't punched in yet. This is still my time.
Bro, why doesn't Tony B go up to Tony and tell him, yo, Kim is treating me like a shitbag, so Tony can discipline Kim and he will treat Tony B like the nicest guy ever.
I gave you a harder time about my truck the other day. Cops find 2 kids.
Feel free to apologize anytime.
Anyway, they investigate. Could be joyride. But I think maybe behind it is my cousin in the north side.
Do you know if they found my books?
Who knows?
Okay, Kim, maybe.
You study hard for massage, yeah?
Masaji.
The licensing test is pretty hard. Huge failure rate.
If you pass, then what you do with this? What's the thing I get stuck with you, I think? Oh, shit, goddammit. Illegal American and criminal. Not good for Kim. But you, worker for Kim and future. Like a Korean people.
I wouldn't say that.
I come from Korea. Only new shoes and uncle's other dress. Worse than prison. But I become Chasusunka, the boss. That's
boss?
why I try to help you.
Help me how? What are you talking about?
I stake you the money in the storefront. I got a travel agency in a mini mall over at West Cornwall. Shitty business. With a fucking 3-year lease. You pass test, then you, me, my daughter, we make the big success journey. Okay?
Jesus.
A business proposition.
Yeah, all right.
Big up Kim. Kim K.
I don't know what to say, Kim. Thanks.
Okay.
I laid it out for him. He wants to move back here. It's got to be with your full approval.
This was your idea?
It was mutual.
He's upset because you don't get the kind of cereal he likes.
He threw it in the sink. How am I supposed to focus at school with no breakfast? I got dizzy.
The excuses from this kid need to stop, okay? This guy has an excuse for everything. I swear he'll make up the... In a way, I feel like in this show, you can see parallels with characters with one another. And I feel like, I don't know if it's a bit of foreshadowing. Maybe AJ could potentially be like a Tony B, for example, in terms of like... or like, that's what AJ should be. Or AJ should like sort of look up to him in a way where it's like, this guy done his hard time. Look what you are doing, AJ. Look what you are doing. You're on that path at the moment to potentially end up in the can. Let's prevent that. Look at Tony B. He's changing his life around. He's going down the straight path. He was, you know, he doesn't want to get back in the game and things like that. And he seems like to doing for the better. It's like, look at Meta as well. Like, I can't see why AJ does. I don't know if it's like he hasn't received that mad talk from his parents. Or he just doesn't clock it, and he needs the attention he needs in terms of like a therapist or something. But look at your sister; she's changed her life for the better, or she's like gotten away from this life. And I don't know if it's the people AJ hangs around and things like that. Because sometimes it is that. Sometimes you may need the therapy and things like that. Okay, he's gone through a bad experience at home, but it doesn't help with the people you surround yourself around with. Okay, as well. That's true. Meadow seems like to be hanging around good people as well. So. I don't know. It's a multitude of factors,
I don't see why the two of you can't work this out between yourselves.
Whoa, the general here.
Maybe I don't want to live in a place where people use violence against children.
Violence? You're lucky I didn't put my shoe up your ass.
See? And that's abuse. I know what my rights are. I can call social services and they'll send a caseworker.
Go ahead. He'll get the other shoe. This is demoralizing.
Well, now, maybe you
that
see...
a son of mine would even consider calling in the authorities.
The police warden, Carmela.
Fine.
Family meeting? Try to stay awake, AJ.
Keep walking.
Hey, she's earned her right to
I
smoke.
just want my old room back.
You wanted to live with your father, AJ. Live with your decision.
I don't like it there.
Oh, it's funny. I thought I was the problem. I make you miserable, remember?
Well, I never said that.
You did.
Absolutely.
Carmela making him learn the hard way. Fair enough. She's staying strong. It is a cinema for me, man. I've been around these conversations too many times with my family.
For me to even consider having you back, we're going to have to establish some non-negotiable ground rules.
Like what kind?
Let your mother talk.
First and foremost, school comes first. That means putting the brakes on your social life.
Tony.
Parties, phone calls, Devin. You are at a crisis point grade-wise, so you will make sure that your work is done on time and correctly.
All right.
I will not tolerate cursing.
That
After
should.
16 years of uninterrupted potty mouth from you people, I get slammed.
This is my house. You will treat me with respect.
Was that it?
I love how he took a while to say all right to the school stuff. It's like
You
almost as if
involve me in your life a little.
it's a chore. Like, bro, you have to do it.
I'm fine.
All right. Go get your stuff from the car.
Oh man, he did not hesitate. Look at him.
We played that just right. I think his time over there with me whipped him into shape a little.
No, it didn't. Probably made him worse. He got too
I think
comfortable
you see
there.
a difference.
Tony trying to validate his parenting.
Which muscles attach to the coracoid process?
Okay, I fucking know this. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, fucking study hall again.
Vito,
Hey, I
where the
studied
fuck
with
is my
flashcards
Tupperware?
as well my final year.
Shirt on. My wife's bringing it down this afternoon.
Pectoralis minor and coracobrachialis, of course. Oh, fuck, I knew that. My mind's all over the place.
Come on,
Thea
come
knocked
on.
at the door. Faith answered. There was no one there.
Why do you want to do this shit? So you could touch a bunch of strangers?
Hey,
You
hey.
see the human body, don't you?
You like this so much? Let me ask you a question. Why do pissing, shit, and fucking all happen within a 2-inch radius?
Everybody asks that, Paulie. There's no answer for it.
They're all sources of pleasure, though.
Get the fuck out of here.
I know this shit, and then the next minute it's gone.
I don't know how you do it, working.
Come on, come on.
If
Stay
your parole
straight.
officer's a problem, give our guy Jimmy Curran a call. He's a supervisor.
It's not that. It's just all this pressure now that I got this opportunity. This self-owned business shit's like a religion to these people. Plus, the guy sees something in me.
Come on, don't crack under pressure, Tony. Come on, man.
You know, in some ways, the whole prison thing is not that different from being an immigrant.
Word to the wise. Remember Pearl Harbor.
What?
We were the last people in there. At least they were subtle about it.
Except
You
the
gotta-
stacking the chairs
is that
and
a
running the vacuum.
Is that a swan foil? Hey, I want to say I find it interesting as well. Remember I was talking about the parallels between AJ and Tony B a little bit. I talked about like the people you surround yourself with, how they can be a big influence. And right there, you saw a little bit with the foreshadowing. I don't know if it's foreshadowing, Tony B getting back in the game, but like, oh, why don't you take the money from me? Or like, you know, like it's just like, why are you doing this for? Why are you doing this massage stuff, massaging strangers, things like that? I don't know if those little murmurs or like those little inputs they have that Tony has from these people who have never, you know, gone down the straight path, might influence him. I hope he succeeds. I hope he does.
Relax.
Sorry.
Oh, he got another book here.
Madame Bovary. It's the first edition. Well, Modern Libraries, first edition.
I think he could have said what he has to say with a lot less words.
Outside, nothing happens. But inside, she has these extremes of boredom and exhilaration. You should try it again.
I didn't get the Foodio vibes from this guy, like that sort of
Wonderful thing
reciprocation.
to have in a den.
You know, you look really beautiful in this light.
You know, Foodio and Carmela didn't do much talking, but you could sense the emotions there.
I don't do this a lot.
You could sense the love.
Do what?
These guys have
Sitting
talked
in
a lot,
car with a man,
but
not really knowing what to do.
I don't feel the chemistry. I don't know.
If I should at all. And feeling like some teenager, which was, believe it or not.
I might take that back.
I have to tell you, I haven't been with anyone.
You're a virgin? This is my lucky night.
Stop with the jokes.
Oh, and yep. Is this I don't know. I forgot like the terminology. I don't know. Is it second base, third base, fourth base, fifth base, home run? I don't know. So you got to show the cross as well, because that ties into, you know, what she was talking about to Father and Tantola. So that's the first D she's taken in this show. That's not Tony's, okay?
Even though he becomes a monk and she a nun, their passion burns on through these incredible letters through the rest of their lives.
You with these books.
Education should never stop. It enriches all aspects of life.
I mean, this episode is titled Sentimental Education.
I wish someone could convince AJ that. I keep thinking he could start over in college, but who knows if he's even going to get the chance.
He will. All our students matriculate.
Hey, that's a swear word. $3. Yo, Carmela's the one sneaking into the house. I mean, that's not the face you want to see after you've just effed another man, right? Like, get the guns out, baby. Oh, I'm thinking of the 50 Cent lyric about sleeping with his gun in his palm at night. You know, I feel like the metaphor is right there. I feel like in a way she's missing Tony. And you know how like you can have many meanings for the bear this season in the first episode. I feel like the gun kind of is symbolic or is a metaphor for Tony himself. You know, he's that protection that always slept with Carmela. And I guess she doesn't see that in the teacher and Wegler. Yeah, he might be a perfect guy, but I just felt like with Tony, we've never seen Carmela do that. And she calls herself the police warden of the house and things like that, but she's still, I don't know, I feel like there's still a superior officer that should be above her, and that's always been Tony. And right there, obviously her putting the gun under the opposing pillow, not under her pillow. Yeah, I just feel like in a way that's meant to represent Tony. Tony's always that, you know, that individual that always protected her. No matter how many arguments they had, I felt like she always felt safe sleeping with Tony. Despite no matter how they slept, whether there was like I said, there was an argument, there was a fight, you know, they were like over like scathing, like, you know, scratching each other, like, you get what I mean? Like, yeah, he's there. He's always been that, like, no, that he's always been that the bear in the relationship, like, you know, he's always been the protector, the velociraptor. Don't flunk this.
Why did it take so long? All you have to do is spit out the results.
47373211.
That's me, Lundetto.
What is he, a clone trooper?
To inform you that your score meets or exceeds the required minimum for licensure, as you're now board certified in massage and body work by the state of New Jersey.
Yes! Woo! Pop! W's! Honey, you passed! Yes, you did! Yes! Now we can meet Adam Sandler and grown up, so let's go! Let's go, we're going down that path! Let's go! Please don't be a dream.
Oh my God, look at you. You did it, baby.
You did it! What a dub! I'm so happy for him.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been a month since my last confession.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Carmela?
I had sex with that man. I know we talked about commitment and the sacrament of marriage, but
I love the transition here in terms of like, you did it, baby, you did it. And then like it led on to the next scene with Carmela opening the confession box sort of window, and she did it. Like she did it. She did like what her thoughts were. You get what I mean? Like, ah, some fantastic transition.
I don't know.
You sound remorseful.
I am. I'm also confused, though. The truth is, I have been walking around on a cloud, like Maria in West Side Story. It's not right. Have you heard of Abelard and Eloise?
I don't think...
I think it's Heloise. And from what I remember, it ends badly.
I don't
No,
think...
exactly. But something in me has been reawakened.
This man takes you to restaurants, fulfills certain physical desires, tells jokes. But will he be there beyond the here and now? When you're too old to walk to the bathroom, will he be there to help you?
What, and you think Tony will?
Carmela, you took a vow. You both did. For your penance, I want you to do something kind for Tony.
I don't think I can, Father.
Then pray for him. Not only that God will touch his heart, but that he'll touch yours as well.
The priest doesn't usually do that. Okay, I find it interesting here because I feel like Carmela should go to a different priest. In terms of like, this is not the best priest to go to because of their past relations, because of, you know, the romantic tension they had earlier on. And even though, you know, Carmela sort of put a stop to that, she remained with Tony. And I think, okay, Father Anton kind of respected that. But the fact that now he knows she's separated from Tony and she went for another man when they had that romantic tension there, I don't know if there's a little bit of personal bias or harshness in his words, because that's what I felt like. Even though he was speaking a little bit of facts in terms of like, yeah, you're bound by the sacrament of marriage. You took a vow, and you are still married. You're not legally divorced. I get what he's trying to say, but I just think I feel like, I don't know, I sensed a bit of harshness in his words right there. And I think that's because of their past relations. And I think, I don't know if he's a bit jealous that Carmela went for another I don't know. I just felt like if Carmela went to another priest, for instance, I can't remember, there was a priest someone else went to in this show and he was fantastic. It wasn't the priest Paulie went to. There was another priest, the African American priest. I can't remember. He was fantastic. I like the way he talked. I can't remember who approached him, but I cannot help but think that priest would have obviously welcomed the conversation with Carmela in a more open way than Father Intentola, in a way in which he shut it down right there. He literally shut it down. Like,
that's not much now, of course, but it's a pretty flexible space.
Plus, you got the dog groomer next door in case your Korean friend wants some lunch.
You know, they really do eat dogs. I mean, not all of them, but I asked Kim.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just hope Kim doesn't screw him over.
Asian for shiatsu, little Danish thing for rolfing. Even though technically it's Swedish.
Well, sounds like it's all coming together.
Look, Tone, I know you're disappointed.
I'm happy.
The way things turned out since I left the can, going civilian. Over here, I'm gonna put an oasis with big plants, like a waiting area for the customers. Could buy some $30 hand cream while they look at one of those fountains with the koi.
Oh, I can get you the koi.
Really? Giant carp? How the fuck do you get that?
It's done.
I
Give it
just
another thought.
hope they don't intervene in his business in a way it's like, we want a piece of it.
I came by to get the keys. I would have gone by the laundry, but my dad's such a hard-on at work.
Tell me about it. Amanda, this is my cousin Tony.
Hey.
That's Kim's daughter?
Hey.
Kim!
I believe there's a dog groomer there in case somebody needs a snack. Place is nice. Maybe.
Amanda, this is my cousin Christopher.
Hey.
Who did Kim marry?
So, I met this guy at a club on Canal. He says he can hook us up with ginseng, fake rhino, nerve tea, all that herbal shit. We could, keep it up front with the koi thing, if we're still doing that.
Koi's taken care of.
I get a book.
Hey, it's all about who you know in life.
What's she here for? Happy endings?
She's not gonna do massage at all. She's Kim's daughter. She's trying to find herself. She'll do the books and shit.
Oh. Nice ass.
Those ceiling tiles come right out, so I can install the sound system myself.
Think you could put in a word with number one daughter there?
For what?
You know, get some of that Kung Pao coochie.
You fucking guys, this is important to me.
These guys cracking jokes when this is this man's future.
Sex agrees with you. You look great. You're being discreet, right?
Well, sneaking around is actually half the fun.
Hey, yo, Ro, I'm gonna say here, someone said it on stream, they're like, Ro, low-key a MILF. Ro, high-key a MILF, man. Hey, Ro, don't sleep on Ro. Don't sleep on Ro.
It's like you have this secret. And you want to scream to the world.
Yeah, but do yourself a favor, though, huh? So, how was it?
I will say that he took his time.
Oh, you're not getting off that easy. Come on, details. Come on.
Hello there.
Hey, AJ.
Hey, Ro.
How was school?
It sucked.
Mr. Wegler pulled me out of language lab to go over my term paper notes. I didn't have my stuff with me, so he puts his faggy hand on my shoulder and says, "Do your best."
That's his job to get you into college.
Or maybe he's just a big homo.
Could be.
Getting ziti for dinner. Go start your assignments. I will call you.
Could be. He
How
could
much
be.
first?
Promise me you're gonna work later.
But you gotta help me.
I will.
Oh my gosh, he making all the homo comments and Carmela just there like, I banged your teacher.
I'm sorry, my Jackie.
Oh, honey.
You
Yo,
never caught those goddamn chicks who killed him.
Ro got the hair change as well.
Oh my God, it hurts.
Alan's gonna make me do anything but screw up more. You know, you have to remember that when you're the boss.
The boss. It's amazing, isn't it?
No, 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 no. Oh.
Jerks. Garbage pails are right there.
They threw something out of the car.
Holy fuck.
What?
Oh, it's his
my God,
papers.
is it a fetus?
It's his papers, isn't it? Oh, no.
My God.
It is paper.
It's crack, or crank, maybe.
They were drug dealers?
Yeah, they were probably thinking they were being tailed by the cops.
Honey, your parole.
Happy? Come on.
I cannot help but think it's a setup. I don't know. Hey, if that's a gift from God, that bag, who knows? But still.
I have never seen that much money before.
It's gotta be 10, 12 grand.
Look at this. You're doubly blessed.
You're
Don't,
right.
don't jinx it.
Kim, now this.
Don't jinx it.
I am gonna buy you a ring.
It's too nice at the moment for him. Everything's going his way.
You are the sweetest, sweetest man. But you should put it into the business.
See, I gotta start thinking like that.
Now that's a woman.
It's a learning curve.
That backs his man. Her man. Sorry, his man. All over the place at the moment.
Seems to say here.
Lord of the
that
Flies?
this piggy represents intellectualism over the physical. So maybe the eyeglasses are symbolic. And that's a good topic for section 2 when you're out one. Hey, Jay! Wake up! I'm not gonna do this by myself. How are you gonna finish this paper? It's not gonna write itself.
Carmela being the teacher at home.
12 grand, but on the me. So how many guys you got to jerk off on a massage table to make that?
I don't know. What do you charge without the table?
Woo!
Crystal, gentlemen?
Keep it coming, honey.
Now on.
Hey, she glowing. She blossoming. She letting the sun shine on her face. Through the kitchen. She playing the music.
Susan, look at this. Who the hell is Ann Dunham?
What else should I know?
Well, she's obviously some girl who was an expert on Lord of the Flies 3 years ago. This is an A+ paper.
Since when you eat duck?
I can't believe he would do this.
Neither can I, considering how tight he is with money.
That's not what I meant. What, you think you want this? God damn it.
Shortcuts, baby. He bought a paper.
Hello?
I was just laying here thinking about you. What are you wearing?
Yes, hello, Mr. Wegler. Hi. I'm afraid now is not a good time.
I'm serious. I want to know.
Well, yes, thank you very much. I will make sure that he brings it in. Okay, goodbye, Mr. Wegler.
I made reservations at that crab place down by the shore. Dinner and a little night swimming.
Right, okay, thank you.
Hey, last time someone went night swimming,
Where'd that fag one?
it was the start of Jaws.
Christ, Tony, everybody's a fag to you. Maybe you're a fag. You ever think about that?
Can I help it if I know one when I see one?
Oh, really? What are the signs? Education? Culture?
Sucking a guy's cock usually tips me off.
How do you know who sucks whose cock? Well, you got a little secret? And what do you care anyway if somebody's gay? There must be some big fear of yours, you wouldn't talk about it so much.
I forget now. What part of hell did you say they go to there with the abortion doctors or the child molesters?
That was a long time ago.
So now you're all open-minded that you got a couple of friends that are baloney smokers, right?
What the fuck are you doing?
Go for a swim.
This is a day swim.
Goddamn socks here? Your underpants?
This is a day swim. Hey, she getting used to that exquisite cuisine with Mr. Wegler. Powerball! Hey, see that? I don't know. I just feel like that stuff disgusts her a little bit now. Like,
beautiful suit.
it's not nice, it's not flashy like Mr.
One with
Wegler.
the shoes.
Who's got those? Vito's guy.
The Sealy's custom made.
The only thing I ever found in the street is my first wife.
Dealer has 20.
Son of a bitch.
Whoa. I just took a beating at Craps. How you guys doing?
Pocahontas here scalping us.
Hey, hey. Tony B may not be part of the game, but he's sure dressing like one.
Just keep thinking about AJ and that girl's paper.
Oh, it's a pretty common thing, Carm, really.
Hey.
Honestly, you know, important things you took a stand. You know, a lot of parents just take it in stride or even condone it.
I wouldn't be...
It's just the cheating, you know? It's just not like him. He's always done his work poorly a lot of the time and late. But he always did it. He never cheated.
Oh, wait. Didn't I read somewhere in his record that he stole a test at Verbum Day?
Please, no, that was just acting out. He was with a bad crowd. They were there to vandalize the science lab, but it was locked, so they stole some tests.
Cap!
Well, I was a late bloomer, too. Union College took a chance on me because they saw that I had potential, but I wasn't that mature.
You know, you ask me, I think he was driven to cheating. Mr. Fisk, he is ridiculous with the pressure. I mean, how hopeless would you feel if you really worked on something and still got a D?
I've been there, Carm. You're worrying for nothing, I promise.
Yo, this guy at the beginning of the episode talked about personal biases with Mr. Fisk. There might be some bias here.
I've thought about this all day.
She's sleeping with the boy's mother.
I almost called you from the faculty parking lot.
Or he's sleeping with the boy's mother. Far out. I'm getting the he's and she's mixed up this episode.
Stay. What are you doing?
What kind of mother am I? I mean, look at us. You realize under the laws of the church, I am still married?
The church?
I can't do this tonight. I'm sorry.
Jesus, Carmela, come on.
I know AJ cheating on his tests, but like legally, Carmela cheating here too, because she's still married.
Okay, thanks.
Yep, that's a night at the Bada Bing.
You sure you don't want to eat?
Steak and eggs up by Skyways.
I can't.
Come on, shut the door. I'm gonna mind you and hit the sack for the next 14 hours.
Hey, I thought once they move you upstairs, you get to leave early.
No such luck. Got a second? The Soprano kid. How's he doing? Got his paper yet?
The usual. Solidly below average.
Solidly below average.
So what?
Damn.
A C.
Well, that's a little generous for 10% insight, 90% cliff notes.
This is an important class, Tom. Anything less than a C is going to blow that kid out at Arizona State.
You really think it's going to make that much of a difference?
As Dean of College Admissions and head of your department, I happen to know its effect. He's doing his best.
Well, like my dad used to say, the world needs ditch diggers, too.
Whoa.
Let me ask you something. How is floating this kid a C- going to fuck things up here?
AJ Soprano's a spoiled lox, Bob. He'd be lucky to go to a trade school.
It's a D+. Tom, cut him a break.
Hey, I know it seems on the good side. I know it seems like he's doing a good thing for AJ in his future, but he's just doing it for the pussy, man. Come on, am I?
The kid who really breaks his ass in here. Fredo Corleone can get a C because you asked.
Is that what this is about?
Corleone.
Background?
Damn. Hey, there's the biases kicking in. Hey, to be fair, it kind of might have been a personal bias, like Carmela was suggesting at the beginning of the episode, and that because I feel like sometimes in this show, obviously characters come in with different intentions, right? And I feel like he did it right there to help Carmela's mood because he knows if Carmela's in a good mood, you know what he gets in exchange for that, okay? But it might be just a lovable relationship that continues to flourish, right? Obviously, that last night impacted him going to Mr. Fisk right there. But at the same time, whenever characters have certain intentions this show and you know the intentions they go with, it tends to reveal the intentions of other characters as well that you thought it ends up being like more than just like a one-way argument in a sense. I feel like now we can talk. Okay, then we just revealed a bit of personal biases of Mr. Fisk right there, in terms of like, you know, the Fredo Corleone drop, why the Godfather reference, and damn, might be some personal ties, so some personal bias right there in terms of like, he thinks AJ's a spoiled brat because of his father's name or because of the Soprano name, and that's why he's flunking him, because he deserves to go to a trade school and things like that. So yeah, the personal bias kicking in. So Mr. Fisk is a dick, but I know the intentions that Mr. Wegler went with, and it could be, you know, to better Carmela's mood, and maybe he sees a future in the kid, but at the same time, it just so happens to be after that scene where he didn't get what he wanted with Carmela. I don't feel like if Carmela continued to, you know, give him what he wanted, I don't feel like he would have done that for AJ. I don't know, like,
Night.
it could be discussed forever with this show, like,
That's a
so
good
many things
dedication.
can.
Way to go.
Jason, Justin, I'm talking to you.
I like it. Yeah, it's nice.
Well, maybe someday when this thing takes off, you guys can work here like it's a summer job or something. You like that? Working with your own man?
Sure.
Hey, they excited in
Anyway.
the Nintendo right there, man.
You gotta do your homework before I take you back or your mom's gonna kill me.
Mom says we need helmets to ride the scooters you got us.
We'll stop at Sports Authority. Come on, do your homework.
Where?
I don't know. Here, on the floor over there.
I think I have that. Whatever he got the kids, Jason and Justin. Hey, Daddy's doing some demolition. I don't want to help out.
Like this.
Hey, make sure the other one's not in range. Yo, he said that, kid.
That was fast.
I took a shortcut.
See? See? Tell me I'm right without saying I'm right. That's what a C- gets you.
You ever think of painting that ceiling?
Maybe.
And that session was crazy because they're sweating more than the first session.
System like I had in college.
I was thinking blue, maybe.
I had to pause the reaction because I think did Tony B get his kids the Game Boy Advance? Because I got one of these. I'm like, I recognize that box. It looks familiar. The shape of the game device. I was like, yo, it's a Game Boy Advance. Pick up. I got one of these. All right, back to the reaction.
Maybe you could bring up the fact that he has ADD. Because it's not the stigma it once was.
Are they both kind of using each other here?
Yeah, it isn't.
Where are you going? What's the matter? You okay?
Maybe we should take a time out.
What? Really? Why?
Because every time I think about putting the arm on Tom Fisk, I want to poke my eyes out with a knitting needle.
What does that have to do with us?
I just think we should not do this.
Oh, how different the past two scenes have been in terms of the emotions.
I don't know any other way to put this. I've been thinking. I don't know. I think you're a user, Carmela.
What?
I kind of just said they're both using each other. That's a bit hypocritical there from Wegler. But I think it is. I don't know if I'm wrong in saying it's hypocritical from Wegler because he just, you know, he was using Carmela for sex in a way. And this is a big bombshell because this is a big sort of accusation to make. And Carmela might look at the facial expression on her at the moment. It's absolutely fantastic. But oh damn. I said she was the user in a way because like she's bringing up AJ and you can tell he's kind of turned off by that and obviously got out the bed. But like the polar opposites of the last two interactions they had with each other, with Wegler going for Carmela and Carmela questioning her faith, her faith in her religion, her faith in her marriage, and using that as sort of an out because she wasn't in a good mood as well. But here it's completely different.
Maybe you saw an opportunity in me and you just took what you needed.
Oh, that is not true. I am here because I enjoy being with you. It was wonderful, in fact.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it is, I know.
How could asking someone you're with for help be using them? That's what people do. Oh, my stomach. I feel sick.
You strong-armed to me using the only weapon you have, your pussy.
Oh.
Dare you talk to me that way?
Oh.
Okay, let's pretend you don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't. Of course, I don't have a fucking master's degree.
Leaving me with a massive hard-on the other night and then practically attacking me sexually after you got what you wanted.
You know what, Bob? You are fucked up. You need help, you know that? Fucking idiot I am.
Take it easy.
Believe it or not, I thought you cared about me.
I just thought you should know how I feel.
Fuck you.
Hey, that's Tony's term.
Better watch your step.
Hey, that's Carmela turning into Tony Soprano right there. What better watch your step? Oh, damn. That's basically saying you better continue what you're doing with Mr. Fisk and AJ, otherwise you're gonna be in the ocean with Pussy Bumpin' Setter, baby, and Ralphie.
Jesus Christ, it's 4 a.m.
Okay, boys, hands on the table.
Full boat.
Jesus Christ.
3 fucking jacks over here.
You just keep jacking, my friend.
Yo, Silvio, one for once.
Blew the whole 12 grand?
No.
What are you, stupid? I got 400 left.
12 grand on gambling.
Punch in 2 hours.
Sorry, 11,600 on gambling.
There's no sense going home.
Oh, that's the koi. I don't know. There's been little seeds planted this episode that Tony B might be on the brink of, you know, he might be at boiling point.
Hello.
Hey, hon, I'm over at your mom's.
Great.
Roadway Express delivered 5 massage tables.
There? They had that address by mistake. I told them to deliver here.
They're still in the boxes. I looked inside, though. I'm pretty spiff. That Salamanca fabric was worth it. It's like leather almost.
Great.
Salamanca
Giving me a
fabric.
headache. Details and all that stuff.
Oh, it's no big. For gosh sake, we'll get Rudy's truck.
Maybe I have a brain tumor.
Honey, you don't.
This headache in my jaw. I read it in Time magazine.
It's really not that likely. Jeez.
I gotta get back to the painting or I'll never get the fuck out of here tonight.
I am so fucking sick and tired of your gambling and complaining. I've got a headache. When I think of me waiting outside that prison for you to come out, sometimes I want to vomit. I am sick. I'm evil.
Yo, the switch up. Man, they were just lovey-dovey over the 12 grand in the other scene, and then now they're like arguing with one another. This is what this show does. Like, there will be like a whirlwind of emotions and a transition in emotions from scene to scene that it's a complete switch up, and the frustrations are reaching tipping point. I can sense it. I can see it.
My friend, Park, come by. Fix the toilet.
It's not fixed. He's gotta come back with a fucking part.
Oh, Park, he good plumber. Right over here. Where's the Caldwell?
West Caldwell. West Caldwell.
Hey.
West Caldwell.
So, Hannah, we open in 3 days, huh?
Fucking stroll in. I'm over here busting my fucking ass.
You fucking crazy!
Whoa! You fucking laundry all fucking day! Fucking scam artist!
Oh, yo. I was about to say, is this like the pre-can Tony B we're getting a hint of here? This was like before the can. Or it's just all that built up frustration, just like I said, reaching tipping point here and he needed to let it out. Is that the frustration from the losing and the gambling? The alcohol? Not the fishy. Not the fishy.
Somebody been punching this door? You had a man around, you wouldn't need to call me.
Yeah, right.
Hey, she back in that Whitecap state.
There actually was somebody.
And he's in Naples.
He seemed very nice.
Oh, okay. I thought it might have been a neat.
Well, he was a wolf in sheep's clothing. He made all these accusations about my character.
You want something?
Okay. I know there's been big accusations made this episode, and there was an accusation about Carmela about being a user. I don't want to make this accusation here about. I'm gonna say it. I don't know if this is too much of a stretch, but I've been thinking, who the F steals a laundry truck in the first place? Okay, what benefit is there in stealing a laundry truck? And to know where to steal a laundry truck like that, and to know when Tony B's working, and who the heck gets a 12 grand lump sum from God like that? Like, it's a miraculous event right there. And who knows? Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know if Tony Soprano in a way orchestrated these frustrations for Tony B to reach boiling point to get him back in the game, because he knows how much of an asset he can be to him. And he's seen, and it could be a theory where it's in a way, Chris has failed multiple times repeatedly. He's let Tony Soprano down, and maybe Tony has had a change of heart in a way. No, he's not my next successor. Tony B is my next successor. He's got the Soprano name. He's my last blood relative, and let's lure him back in the game. You see him after he gets the 12 grand. Gwen, says the right things, spend it on the business, and it's like, you're so supportive of this dream, but I feel like another dark moment in a progressively dark season. Each season he's gotten progressively darker, and yet again you see it with the color grading this season as well. So many characters emulated in dark highlights, dark shadows, and yet again here with Tony B, a character who was rooting for, he passed. There's so much going for him this episode. It's almost too good to be true. And I don't know, maybe Tony's a smart guy, and maybe he set up these traps to lure Tony B back in the game. It could be. I just felt like everything was going perfectly, with Kim. And Kim's daughter, he had everything set up. The future was there. And there was he was on the straight road, but he didn't know that straight road led to a cliff, and there was a cliff midway, baby. And I don't know if Tony's a smart guy, right? And I feel like in a way maybe he's the one that knew how to hit that truck. He's the one that could know where he is with Gwen and orchestrate that random tip off and make it look like it was guys running away from the feds, because there was no feds in sight. It looked, I don't know, you get what I mean? And like I said, I feel like with Chris slipping up repeatedly, I feel like he might be the one next in line, and he's orchestrated this to perfection, and it's all gone his way. Because I think Tony's a bit cut up and burnt up inside, that Tony B, didn't want to get back in the game, and he had to suck it up. But he's like, maybe let me have one last gasp at it. Let me have one last go at it and see what he does. If he wants to go down the massage route, fair enough, but let me have one last crack out on it. And it looks like it might have worked. But that's my theory. I don't know if Tony did it.
Fucking job. A work-related injury. So, here's the thing. You mentioned you might need someone to run the swag airbags.
That was time ago. That was episode 2. Tony's a great actor.
Bring me a vodka rocks and get me some kind of a cushion, will you?
What happened with the massage parlor?
No, man, no.
It's hard doing business with strangers.
Yeah, he happy about it, man. He happy about it. No, I told you, the one character I thought it was going to be straight, and he turns this episode. He turns to the dark side. I thought the arc of him turning potentially might have been longer throughout the season. But no, they decided to do it this episode, and in a real clever way. You see the frustration build up. And I want to talk about the Carmela, Father, and Tentola interaction as well. And the same red lighting was used on Father in Tentola, that was used on Ralphie in the episode. Whoever did this, we always we talked about in the comment section. The comment section referred to Ralphie as being the devil. And you had that sort of red lighting descending upon Father Intentola. And I'm not making the accusation that Father Intentola is the devil himself, but I just feel like in that moment where he was meant to be the non-biased priest, he was meant to be, the non-judgmental individual and offer the grace of God. I feel like he committed sin right there, and I feel like that red lighting descending upon him was that sin was lurking in the air in that scene. Sin was lurking throughout this entire episode. It's lurking throughout this entire show, and that red lighting, that beautiful red sort of like highlight descending, was like a red. It was like a red ray of light descending upon Father Intentola. I feel like speaks about his emotions in that scene too, in terms of like he, in a way, clothed or like sort of masked his jealousy for Carmela being with another man by talking about, God. And obviously that's what he's meant to do about it, like as a priest, but he was really, really judgmental in that scene. Like I said, he clothed his jealousy and masked it in such a condescending and harsh way, the way he delivered it to Carmela. That was my opinion. I just felt like he was really jealous that scene and cut up. You saw it in his facial expressions. So yeah, I just like feel like this episode, a lot of it, a lot of it, I feel like, was bent up upon like biases, a lot of biases, and a lot of like, hurt up and stuck up feelings, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was a lot of seeds planted as well. So yeah, it was a fantastic follow up to the last episode, which was an utter madness. And yeah, I feel like we saw as well what Tony B is capable of. I mean, pre-can Tony B, with how he lashes out once his emotions are built up, and he unleashes it. So it's going to be interesting. And yeah, my little theory at the end is that did Tony Soprano set up the little thing, I don't know, to have one last sort of hurrah, not employing Tony B, but acquiring Tony B and his assets, acquiring Tony B into the game because he knows how valuable he is. And I don't know, I feel like the signs have been there with Chris slipping up, with Tony not trusting those individuals. You saw last episode the slow-mo and the laughter and stuff like that with the boys, laughing constantly about his jokes, and they just do it to, because it's a popularity contest, and they want to stay in Tony's good books. So yeah, I don't know, there's so much going on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my reaction. As always, it's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care, God bless, peace. I don't know, I feel like a fantastic episode like that requires more discussion, and I feel like this episode had so much substance in it. And initially, as the episode ended, I didn't say it at the end of my reaction. I thought, Tony B's turn was a bit too sudden to like I said, I thought the arc was going to be like a bit more episodes to go with his arc. Like it would be like a season long arc, or amidst just a couple more episodes to build that frustrations up and getting back in the game. I didn't expect it to be quite this episode, but it seemed like, I don't know, he was given two unbelievable gifts this episode to start off his business. And this is why maybe the theory about Tony is wrong. Like, I feel like he was given two opportune moments right there to, catapult his business with the money, and obviously Kim helping him start up. And, I feel like it just goes to show and reiterates his personality that he had at this episode with, the lack of confidence he has in himself. He was doubting himself a lot this episode. And I'm like, come on, man, you can do this. You've shown a great mindset coming out of the can. And then again, I don't know if it goes to the people he surrounds himself with, because Gwen is she supported him. Spend it on the business. Don't spend it on the ring. Spend it on the business, because, the fruits of the business, you could get a better ring in the future, or you could reap the reward later on. And I was like, yes, that's a perfect mindset. And then you see him spending it on, flashy shoes, lavish clothing, silk suits, things like that, the bada bing, the gambling. I'm just like, no, man, no. And I think, I don't know, I just feels like it reiterates the mobster's mindset, that it's like, you know, it's so hard to get away from the game in a way, in terms of like, once you're in it, it's almost as if you're in it forever, and that sort of cancer lurks for a lifetime. It never goes. It's still there. It's still there. That mindset remains there, and I feel like that's the mindset that differs from a regular civilian, which Tony B tries to tell himself he is, from a mobster, or like a former mobster. It's fantastic writing, and yeah, I don't know, in a way, I don't think it was too sudden, because you see those frustrations build up during the episode, even like from him trying to climb the stairs due to his knee injury, or for like due to the weight of the laundry he's carrying. You see it built up during the episode. So yeah, and I feel like it's been building up for time, the stress of the exam, the stress of Kim at work. So there's so much things. So yeah, man, this show's just cooking. I hope you guys are enjoying the reaction. So yeah, just a little bit of extra thoughts at the end. And yeah, my thoughts weren't articulated well this episode. I was, you know, jumbling my words too much. I was trying to articulate them, and yeah, it just wasn't clicking, and I apologize for that. I still hope you guys try to get what I was saying. So yeah, God bless and peace.